What's going on, guys? Happy Tag Team Thursday. My name is Justin, aka No Good Comics, and welcome to my channel. If you are here now, hit that like button, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, if you guys are new, Tag Team Thursday is something we've been doing now for a couple months with the guys. So you'll see in the description below everybody who's participated in these Tag Team Thursdays, especially this Thursday here. All started with Rod, just a Rican, and his comics. So make sure you check out the replay if you missed that. That started at 6:30, and it always starts at 6:30 over on Rod's channel every Thursday. And then from there, we jumped over to John's Comics with Kids at 6:45, and then 7 o'clock was Old Wolf 65, aka Tony. After his channel, we jumped over to Dan, Comic Chop News, and then followed by Brandon, aka Comics King. We were just over on his channel. So if you guys are new, we're jumping from YouTube channel to YouTube channel every 15 minutes or so. Everybody has some new books that they want to show off or books that they're looking forward to next week. And it's just been a lot of fun. So Tag Team Thursday is here. We're kicking it in gear, and it wraps up with me here at 7:45. So you guys are kind of just catching the caboose end of the Tag Team Thursday show. But again, if you guys missed any of the other ones, make sure you go check them out. I put all their links in the description below. Shout out to all you guys, because yeah, you guys are awesome, and just love everything that all you guys are putting out there. So love this this Tag Team Thursday crew, and everybody that's been in the chat, and we'll get a quick hello from everybody in the chat now. If you guys are new, like I said before, for this show, what I like to talk about is 5 books that I've read this week, books that just came out on March 17th. So these are just some new books that I'd recommend, or if I wasn't crazy about, I'll give you that heads up too. So we'll break those 5 books down in just a moment. Let's just say a quick hello to the chat here. And first and foremost, we got Big Herminio in the chat. What's going on, man? Enter the said man. Yeah, that's right, man. PJ King and Todd Christian, both you guys throughout all the chats throughout every Thursday night. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, and really appreciate the support. We got Copy 801. What's going on, dude? Thanks for hanging out. There's Brandon. He was just on his channel live, so make sure you guys check out his recording later, his replay. Always a good time. Love the energy that you're putting out there, Brandon. We got Fable, my man Fable, in the house as well, representing throughout all these Tag Team Thursdays. And Perry Comics. What's up? What's up? Good to see you all. We got John's Comics with Kids, who we just mentioned before. If you guys missed his was on at 6:45. Make sure you catch his as well. Chamorro Cinema, my man. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Rod saying we're going to extra innings. We'll see. Yeah. So the goal, I always try to keep it around 20, 25 minutes. So, I got 5 books though. I got 5 books that I want to talk about. We'll see how in depth we go. Go from there. John, how dare you insult? Wait, what did he say? Oh man, I didn't even read that last part. Come on, John. Not a chump, man. Mariano. Let's see. We got am I all caught up here? Oh, and it just jumped. Let me get back there. Flashpoint Comics. What's going on, Flash? And we got Marvin Wynn. Hello. If you guys are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button as well. I do appreciate that. What's up, Dan? We were just over on Dan's channel a little over 15 minutes ago, so make sure you check out Dan as well. Also going to be over on Dan's channel on April 3rd, was just invited to talk about the saga of the Swamp Thing. So really excited. We'll be doing it's part of his book club review. So again, Dan, thanks for having me as part of the crew for that. I'm really excited, and I just started reading. So really, I've never read anything Swamp Thing related except for just recently when I jumped into the Ram V stuff, which I'm also enjoying. And I know that's a separate Swamp Thing altogether, but I'm definitely looking forward to the Alan Moore stuff as well. And let's see. I think we got everyone. So yeah. All right, cool. So I'm going to kind of jump in. And yeah, well, you guys know I do a lot of my stuff digitally, partially because I don't get to my stores right away, my LCSs. I get a lot of things shipped to me as well. But also I just prefer reading comic books digitally. I actually just really enjoy that. I do still buy them physically as well, but I do enjoy the experience of the digital stuff. So see, Todd says Alan Moore is my favorite. Swamp Thing is my favorite comic of all time. That's awesome, man. I really can't wait to get into it. Like I said, I just started reading it today at lunch, so should be fun. And then, oh, she did. Victoria demanded you be on it. So she mentioned something about it. I didn't know she was demanding things, but that's awesome. She's great. So, well, I appreciate that that you guys invited me. I really do. All right, so let's start off with the first book here. Let me flip this around. So I got 5 books. I'm going to start with The Bequest. And I know Rod and a few others talked a little bit about this earlier today or tonight. And it's Tim Seeley's doing the writing. Freddie Williams is on the artwork. You know, if you like fantasy, I think this is certainly something for you. It kind of mixes this fantasy world, and then it also takes place in Chicago at the same time. There's like 2 different realms. Like there's the Earth realm, and then Tangia, I think, is the name of the other realm that they're in. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think it was fine. I did have a little trouble really, getting into it. I feel like they're trying to fit a lot of things in at once, and maybe that is just the setup of things, and maybe it's kind of it'll straight flatten out now with kind of the goal of what's going on. But it's basically about this like fantasy crew that has gone around, and they've been breaking into dungeons, and it's like wizards and warriors, and they basically are they're in a dungeon that they're not supposed to be. They get in trouble by their gods or parents, I guess, at least the parents of one of them, and so they get punished by having to do this new quest, this bequest, where they have to go to Chicago in the realm of Earth and help out one of their fellow warriors who is like undercover as a human being, and they're just not used to like any of the things that change. So I do like some of the humor that they added into this, because there was like a scene where the whole team gets transferred over to Earth. And the one warrior that's living on Earth is like, all right, guys, so let me show you like what the plan is and what's going on here. And he like reveals his television, and they all freak out when he hits the button to turn the television on. And he has to like explain, like, relax, like it's not gonna kill you or anything. It's just to show you, a recap of things to come and whatever. So he's like showing off this TV, and they kind of freak out. So there are some small like bits of humor that I really do like. The artwork is kind of just, it's hit or miss. There are some really good parts of it, and then there's other parts that are just, I don't know, just okay, I guess. I don't know. Overall, I'm in the middle with this. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue it or not, but if you like the fantasy stuff, maybe it's worth your time to explore. So that's the first one up. Let's see. We got Film Noir. Hello. Let's see. John said, I was disappointed in Bequest. Not sure I'll get issue 2. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. It's Aftershock, and I've been loving what Aftershock's been doing. So I think that's a big part of why I bought this. And then just the other part, you and several others have talked about, giving it a shot. So I wanted to get issue 1. I did order the physical copy too. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if I start hearing good things again, maybe I'll pick it up in trade and go that route. But we'll see. Let's see. We got Nigel, my man Nigel in the house. What's going on, Desired Comics? Going to have Nigel on this Saturday, 2:00 Eastern time on my show, Comic Collector Origins, as my guest. We're going to learn about his origin story. So if you guys are around, make sure you swing by my channel at 2:00 on Saturday. I'll be interviewing that man right there and hearing a little bit more on his comic origin of how he got started as a kid, or whenever he started. I'm actually not sure when he got into the to the hobby itself. So looking forward to that. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Oh Lord, hot garbage water, John. Yeah. I don't know if it was that bad, but it was. I think John put it well that it was disappointing. It didn't live up to kind of at least what I was expecting. And John likes a lot of the fantasy stuff more than I do. So for him to say it's disappointing, that should tell you that. Next book I will talk about is Radiant Black, and this is definitely one of my top reads of the week. I would definitely recommend, if you guys missed issue 1, to go check it out. Warning, I will talk a little bit about issue 1 and 2 right now. So if you are looking forward to reading this and you haven't yet, maybe turn down. I won't give away all the details, but essentially, and here's the spoilers, right, is issue number 1. We learn about this guy who's down on his luck, He's in a lot of debt. He ends up having to move back with his parents. He's not really loving life right now. He goes out for a drink with an old friend of his that lives in town, and they come across. They go walking for a minute. They come across this really this like black hole looking futuristic bubble that's floating. And he ends up going over and checking it out, and it turns into this like really crazy cool suit. I hear some people talking about this, comparing it to Power Rangers. I haven't really read anything from Power Rangers, so I'm not sure. But he essentially does get this really cool suit that has powers that can like lift trains and throw people and all this other stuff. So the ending of issue number 1, we find out, and again, spoilers, turn me down if you don't want to hear all these details. But the ending of issue number 1, we find out that there's someone else involved that also has a really cool suit. The only thing is, this person, it's a red suit, and this person is robbing a bank. And so in this issue number 2, we get a little bit more backstory on, well, meeting this other person. I think one of the things I really liked about this is that it reminded me, the character reminds me a little bit of Peter Parker, like Spider-Man, in the way that like he's like almost like clumsy at times and like apologetic and like not meaning to like come at somebody in the wrong way, and the villain is like annoyed at him, it's kind of like that. So I really enjoyed that. We get a little bit of like introduction with his dad, who he's living at home with now, and his dad is kind of giving him a hard time, like, are you gonna, you gotta find some work, if you're gonna live under this house, you have to at least work. And he doesn't really want to hear it, and at the same time he has all this new stuff going on with this suit, and obviously it's life-changing, but how is it going to be life-changing? What is he going to use with this suit? The cops that he dealt with in issue 1, they find him and come back to the house and start questioning him. So that whole situation goes on. He has to kind of talk with the police about things. He finds out that there is this red suit person who's going around, breaking into banks. And he essentially confronts that guy. So it's interesting to see. I'm really enjoying it. I would highly recommend if, there was some great action in this too. So I think it's worth a read for sure. Yeah, so there you go. He's like floating because that's like part of the suit's ability. He's not even in the suit, but it's like helping him float. He's just like waking up in the middle of the night. So he's like still figuring out the powers of this suit too. That's another cool thing. So overall, really liked it. And that's Kyle Higgins doing the writing there. So guys, definitely check out Radiant Black, one of my favorites. Next book I want to talk about is Eros Psyche. This is from the creator, Maria Lovett. It's the creators from Faithless, I think, right? Am I saying that right? Faithless. So this is, I don't know how I feel about this. Has anyone in the chat read this? I should let me jump back to the chat here for a sec. Really curious. What's going on, Kachung? Good to see you, Dave. When's Nightwing? So I didn't read Nightwing yet, man. I'm reading it this weekend. My DC stuff, I'm waiting for this weekend, for the new DC stuff. Yeah, I'm really curious if anyone's read this. I was a little lost. It's about this boarding school, this all-girls boarding school. This girl just got accepted, and she essentially meets a friend who she kind of is attracted to, and she gets into the school. She ends up like finding out that there's these like secrets to the school. She's learning that, so the school's supposed to be this amazing thing. It's supposed to be like paradise. And at first she feels that way and she loves it. But then she starts to notice some things, some like, I don't want to say shady, but just some like secrets that are going around the school, that kind of make her question some things. But anyways, she talks very highly of this girl who she meets and develops this relationship with. Again, I was a little lost on some of it, so I think I do need to go back and read a little bit of it. I'm not 100% clear on some of this stuff, but there's just like a couple of the pages here. This is when she's first submitting to get into this school. Yeah, it's a slow read. It's a fast read, but it's a slow moving pace. Not a lot of things happen. Not that there necessarily should be. I guess maybe that was where my expectations might have been at first. I don't know. Anyways, really curious what you guys think of this book, if you guys have read it. I'm going to read the second issue just because I'm so curious about it. So that's kind of where I stand. I wouldn't really give this a grade yet. I didn't love it by any means, but I also didn't hate it. I was just left kind of questioning things. So, okay. So Phil Noir says, haven't read it yet, but my friend loves it. Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, again, this may be something I just need to go back and read again. Maybe I missed some things or, kind of read between the lines type of stuff. So I'll give it a shot. And I'm going to read it again. And I'll probably read issue 2. And that's a Blaze, by the way. A Blaze is doing that. All right, I got 2 books for you guys left. We're at that 15-minute mark. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Reminder that this is Tag Team Thursdays, and that it's not just me, it's the whole crew. Make sure you sub everybody up in the description. All right, so I'm going to dive into, let's do Snow Angels, because this was really, really good. And I know I'm not going to give away too many spoilers, because I know a majority of you are probably not reading this as it's an exclusive. It's a Comixology Originals. So I'm curious, anybody in the chat reading this right now, let me know. But this is Snow Angels. It is by Jeff Lemire, who's one of my favorites. I loved his stuff with Descender. Just loving everything that he's been doing. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to explore it. Jock is doing the artwork. So if you guys enjoy his art, man, it's really, really good. But essentially what this is about is it's about a family, a father and his 2 daughters. I don't think we get the father's name other than Pa. And the daughters are Millie and Maymay. And they live in this world of this long, never-ending trench. And it's in this wintry, cold setting. So we don't know much else other than there are 3 rules to the trench. One in which is the trench provides for the people, meaning you can get all your food and your resources, and you should be able to survive if you just stay within the trench. Number 2, no one leaves the trench. And number 3, the trench is never ending. So as far as we know, and we get to see a little bit of the map of what the trench looks like in this issue 2, it is just this like long stretch of ice and cold mountains, and we get a little bit more of a background of like how this world was created in issue number 2. But, essentially it is about this family who's trying to survive. They're part of a community. There are some things that happen in the community that are not good. And there's also some rumors of some other legends of other beings, I guess you could say, that are dangerous that live amongst them. And so, yeah, there's definitely some violence in here. This is not for children, I don't think. But it is a really good read. I'm definitely enjoying it. So I definitely recommend Snow Angels. And that's issue number 2, just came out over on Comixology. So I do recommend that if you get a chance to. I guess you have to sign up for Comixology in order to be part of that or get that. And then the last book that I want to talk about is Abbott. Abbott 1973. Who's reading this right now? This is issue number 3. And this is Saladin Ahmed and Sami Kivelä. They are just doing such a great job. I love the artwork. I love the story. If you guys are not familiar, the first trade was called Abbott. No 1973, just Abbott. And I believe that was like a 5 or 6 issue miniseries that came out. It's Boom Studios. And I actually didn't read that when I got into this. I just picked this up because it was going out. And so I ended up downloading issue 1 of 1973. And right in the beginning, it gives you this whole recap of Abbott. But I will say I do want to go back and read Abbott because I heard it's very good. And I'm just loving this right now. So, like I said, it takes place in 1973. She is the she has these powers of the Lightbringer. So just to give you some perspective, she has powers. There is this dark this dark group, this evil fantasy group that's involved that is trying to kill her or take her out, as she is the Lightbringer. They are called the Umbra. They are this darkness, this dark evil that's within the city of Detroit. And so she's also a writer. And it's a really important time because they are trying to get their first Black mayor in office of the city of Detroit. And so she's trying to help with writing with that, and also go against anyone who's trying to bash or bring down that part of the government to, not have him win. And so issue 2, we left off with her apartment getting trashed and her loved one or her lover taken from her. And they left like a threatening note to basically say, hey, stay out of the running, stop writing until this is all over, and we won't hurt your girlfriend and all this stuff. So it is definitely, that part is tense. And then the other thing is we start to finally get like issue 2, and these are like a little bit of spoilers. So, if you guys are planning to read this, make sure you are or turn this down, or maybe you catch the replay after. But issue 2, we get a little piece of the Umbra going after her and actually attacking, and we get a little fight scene. But her being the Lightbringer, she takes them out pretty easily. There's 2 of them, and so that's that. And then in issue 3, she actually ends up going against what seems to be this much more serious level Umbra, and she kind of takes care of her too. The artwork's amazing for some of these scenes, by the way. Anytime you see the Umbra, it is just beautiful, beautiful artwork. This who's writing this is Saladin Ahmed, ComixKings, Brandon. We are in bonus innings. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're going about it's 8:06. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. PJ King, love the Hulk shirt. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Immortal Hulk. I have actually not been reading it lately, but I did enjoy it in the beginning. And Film Noir says, like the original Abbott a lot. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, then, I mean, you like that? I mean, I would say check this out because I've heard really good things about the original Abbott, and I am really, really, really enjoying this new stuff. Like I said, issue 1 of 1973, it does catch you up on everything, so you technically can start in this if you want, but it's probably better to go back and read Abbott, the original. Anyways, I won't give too much other stuff away. I feel like I already have, but it's definitely just a beautiful book. Some really, really powerful stuff and some beautiful artwork. Also, you do get you do get to meet this one crazy dude. Oh, we get to meet her brother, Elena's brother, and then we also get to meet this crazy army guy who is Nutcase. His name is Nutcase, so that should give you a little perspective on that. But anyway, so yeah, really enjoyed this. That is definitely going to be my other top book of the week. Abbott 1973. And Snow Angels, Radiant Black, love those all together. And yeah, just a big shout out to everybody again. Tag Team Thursday. If you guys are just watching the replay, make sure you guys go hit up the rest of the channels that I put in the description below, because that's where it all started. And it starts with Just a Rican and his comics at 6:30 every Thursday. So and there he is right there. So yeah, other than that, let's see. So tomorrow's Friday, TGIF. Happy Friday as that comes along. There's a lot of stuff going on. I know the Justice League stuff and also the Falcon Winter Soldier, which I personally am very, very excited for. Falcon Winter Soldier. Cannot wait for that. March Madness, if anybody's a fan of basketball, March Madness is starting. And then, like I said, Saturday I'm going to have Desired Comics on my channel for Comic Collector Origins. That's my show where I talk about the community, the comic book community, and the origin story of how each individual got started in this hobby. So Desired Comics is who I'll be interviewing. Make sure you can check him out over on Instagram later if you want. But that'll be on this channel here at 2 o'clock Saturday. And it's always a great time. And if you're looking to meet some new people in the community, definitely highly recommend checking that out. And then, yeah, Sunday I'll probably do some sort of fun live thing. We'll see, just to kind of hang out and maybe open up some boxes. I have a couple boxes. Dan mentioned earlier, I'm going to be on his channel on April 3rd. So make sure you guys check that out as we talk about Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. You can see it right up top here. I was just reading, just starting that earlier today. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I got. There's a lot of great stuff going on. Obviously, Omni X-Men with John's Comics with Kids. That'll be on my channel this Tuesday. Comic Relief will be on my channel this Tuesday as well at 7:30. So looking forward to that. Those kind of back-to-back shows have been so much fun. Speak of the devil. Morbius Comics, my man. I was just talking about Comic Relief. That's my partner in crime right there for Comic Relief. And so he and I will be talking. We have a new topic we'll come up with. We always talk about some really touchy subjects. Last week we talked about variants, what we think of them. Are there too many? Are there not enough? Are they ruining or are they helping the hobby as a whole? So it was it's a fun time. We had a lot of good laughs last week. So check out the replay to that. And Tuesday 7:30 we'll be with him again for another episode of that, and then followed by John's Comics with Kids for Omni X-Men at 9. So, yep, totally agree, Brandon. Totally agree. So enjoy the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Enjoy the Snyder Cut Batman stuff, the Justice League stuff. Hope you guys enjoy all that stuff. But thanks again for joining us over on Tag Team Thursday. Make sure to sub everybody up. Put the information down in the description below. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. And if you're watching the replay, always thank you so much for taking time. But until then, maybe I'll catch you guys Saturday. So until then, I will talk to you later.